Hey guys, welcome back and to another episode here. And as you can see, the house around is still very plain Jane. In fact, it's downright ugly. But that's okay. That's not what we're here to talk about today. We're here to talk about a little bit. Oh no, I'm digging holes and stuff. I should stop that. Okay, we're going to stop that. Let's point this direction. We're going to talk about Tinker's Construct, and we're just going to do some getting started. And so, without any further rambling on, let's check things out. Now, when I first logged into the game with Tinker's Construct, I had this book already called Materials in Use: Surviving the First Day and Beyond, and I did not survive, and so I lost it. And I don't know where out there in the big bad world it ended up. But that's okay. If you find yourself in a similar situation, it's really easy to find the recipe and really easy to recreate. All we've got to do is, nope, yep, that's what we wanted. All we've got to do is come here, go ahead and just type Tinkers, and look for, well, actually, it's even easier if you just type materials, and it will be the first thing that pops up right here, materials and you. So we can click on that, and you can find out it's a blank pattern. It's kind of funny that you have to make the very first intro book out of something you learn how to make in Tinker's Construct, but there you go. Paper, everybody knows how to make paper. Little blank pattern, which is just any two planks and any two sticks. And so I went ahead and made that, and I poked through it a little bit. And it talks about making some of the stuff that we were fortunate enough to find. It tells us how to upgrade into a tool forge. Tells us how to make a drying rack, and a little bit about oreberry bushes and slime channels and things like that. But starts in on the smeltery, but it doesn't tell us how to make any tools. But it does say that, hey, you can make materials in Volume 2 and Mighty Smelting, all just by crafting with this book. And so I figured, hey, let's just start with Tinker's Construct, very first tutorial, or very first episode on dealing with this. Let's just make ourselves a set of books. And so that's what we're going to do. Come over here to our crafting table, and we'll make 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That should get us our blank patterns. We'll put in our patterns, put in our paper, and we'll get 4 materials in U. And so then we'll take one and we'll make materials in U version 2. And then we'll take another one and make version 2, and then Mighty Smelting. And then we'll take another one and do materials in U, Mighty Smelting, and then that actually makes Diary of a Tinker. So there we go, a nice set of 4 books that we can look at, and I'm going to take some time, kind of dig through the books, maybe do a little looking, and find out what we can do to make ourselves a nice set of starting tools that doesn't take a whole lot of fancy ores and things like that maybe you don't have when you're just getting started out. So I'm going to take a look through those, and we'll be right back. Okay, so I've done a little bit of reading, and to make some of our tools or new weapons, we've got to make use of these different crafting parts here. And so I figured we'd just start with a regular old pickaxe, and I recalled that I remember seeing we had a tool binding pattern, but I don't think that we had a tool rod pattern or a pickaxe head pattern or anything. And I came in and looked, and sure enough, we've got the tool bindings, but nothing else. And I had to ask myself the dumb question, okay, how do we get those patterns? And so I came back to the very first book, and it says, hey, the first step in making tools is crafting a blank pattern. It's a blank slate, yada yada. The patterns are shaped on the stencil table. And so I'm guessing we take these blank patterns and we stick them on our stencil table. Maybe. Nope. Oh, okay, here. Probably like that. Okay. And then we'll get a tool rod pattern. Now, do we get different? Oh, okay. So we can just hit next pattern, and Okay, we can kind of choose a random one of what we want. Okay, so if we were going to make a pickaxe, we want a tool rod pattern and a pickaxe head pattern. So that should be, we'll just keep a hold of these blank stencils, and we'll call that good for now. And we'll put that in there, we'll put that in there. And so then the next step is going to be, what do we do with this in the part builder? Now, if we're just getting started out, and we've got a little bit of iron, but not much. Let me see how much more iron we've got sitting around. Give me just a second here. So as it turns out, you can't just go and use iron or any other metals, as a matter of fact, like that. You have to do something a little more advanced with the Tinker's Smeltery, which is all of these advanced blocks and making alloys and then doing this casting business. And this is just Tinker's Construct, very first introduction. So we're going to skip that part. We're just going to go with stone anyway. So back to stone. Ignore all the iron. We're going to have a tool rod pattern. Let's make ourselves a tool rod. We'll make it out of stone here, stone tool rod. Oh, and it looks like we can use that pattern as many times as we want. Okay, so we don't need a whole bunch of these tool binding patterns in here. Alright, well that's good to know for the future. Oh, okay, we get this extra stone shard just sitting around. Okay. And then we'll make a tool binding and an extra stone shard. Can we use that to make more bindings? Oh, we can. Alright, we'll just grab one of those. Grab a couple of those. Sweet. Well, that's good to know. And then we want to have our pickaxe head pattern. So let's toss that in there. And oh, it takes the whole block to make our stone pickaxe head. So let's go ahead and we'll make our stone pickaxe head. And we'll put that back. And we'll come over here. And this is our tool station, the main way to repair or change your tools. I don't want to repair it. I want to make it. It's these buttons over here on the left. You just have to select what you're trying to make, and it defaults to something here where you repair or modify your weapons, but we were going to make a pickaxe. So we just click on pickaxe, and then we just add the handle, the binder, the pickaxe head, and then we can name it. What are we going to name it? Name it Baby's First Axe. And we'll grab that. And there's our first Tinker tool. Alright, cool. And so then we haven't applied any modifications or anything like that to it yet, because I haven't done a whole lot of looking on it yet. So I'll take a quick break here. We'll check and see what kind of modifications we can make to the tool to make it even better, so it'll last a little bit longer for us, and we'll be right back. So I've done a bit of experimentation here with, whoops, I'm always doing that. Done a little bit of experimentation here with the different things that we can do with the Tinker's Construct pickaxe tools, and I imagine it's probably similar for some of the other tools, without having the forge to be able to work metals. And I've come to a conclusion, and I will share that with you now. So if you look in the lower right hand corner where it shows our durability on the tool that we've got going, you can see that we've got 101 uses on this stone pickaxe, and it just kind of mines regular old speed. And so I thought, you know, boy, 101, that's not very many, because just a regular old stone pickaxe has 132. And, you know, I think this might be maybe just a little bit faster, but probably just about the same. But that got me thinking, well, what if we then made a pickaxe using a wood handle like the Minecraft one? Would it be exactly the same, and then maybe we'd be able to add modifiers to it later? And the answer was the name of the tool, Inevitable Disappointment. Same 101 uses, still just as slow. nothing really doing. Especially when you consider that just getting started, surface iron's easy to find, and making an iron pickaxe, you get something with 251 durability that's faster than either of the stone tools, is going to be able to mine gold and redstone and anything else that we come across. So why wouldn't we just make that and use that? We might answer that with, well, hey, what about the modifiers? We can use all kinds of modifiers and make the stone tools better. Well, not really. Because to make it better, there's a couple things we could do to make it better. We could give it more durability with diamonds. But who wants to put diamonds on stone tools? Emeralds? Nah, pretty much the same thing. We can make it faster with redstone. Except you have to have an iron pickaxe to get redstone. So that's not necessarily very useful. Auto repair, you've got to have, on the next page, it shows us that to get the ball of moss, we've got to have mossy cobblestone, which you may or may not have found at this point in time. Lava crystal for auto smelt. Alright, that could be kind of handy, but you got to have blaze rods. Well, there's no way we got blaze rods at this point in the game. Luck, lapis, same deal. Quartz, definitely still the same deal. So you get the picture. There's not a whole lot of modifiers to add to those entry-level tools that gives us any reason other than just being able to rename them nice and easy and do something like that, to use anything other than the standard old iron pickaxe. At least that's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. Well, while the pickaxe might be a little bit underkill when we're just looking at using only the stone tools that we can get at, maybe making use of some of these specialized tools like the hammer, the lumber axe, excavator, scythe, maybe even the cleaver might be something that just making the stone tools would be good to do. But it takes a couple specialized stencils. We're going to have to make a hammerhead, a large plate, or a broad axe head. I'm thinking, let's make a hammer, let's make a lumber axe, let's see what they look like. And so we're going to need, let's see, a hammerhead, tough rod, tough binding, and a broad axe head. So I've already went ahead and made that large plate pattern here. So let's throw our blank patterns into here, and we go, what do we need? Oh, that's an arrowhead, don't need that. Fletching, don't need that. Or bowstring. There's our hammerhead pattern. We needed that. Oh yeah, might make a cleaver while we're at it. You know, we're probably gonna end up using all of these anyway. Ooh, but I've only got 2 blank stencils left, so let's get that broad axe and then tough binding. Okay, so go ahead. We'll pop, 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 right there in the pattern chester. So now here we are, part builder. Let us make. So we're gonna need a bunch of large plates. So go 1. Whoa! Oh wow, that used a lot of stone. That used a lot of stone to make those. So that's okay. We needed a bunch of them anyway. So now we need tough binding. 1, 2, 3, 4. It takes 4 of them to make that. Okay, that's fine. Oh, evidently it's only going to take 3. And what else did we need for? Let's go with the broad axe head pattern. No, let's go with the hammer first. Yeah, let's do the hammer. How many is that going to take? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Oh wow. More than the stone that we've got. Let's go find some more stone. Stone hammer head. Okay, so it looks like that takes about 16. Let's go ahead. We'll get our cleaver here. Our broad axe head. We got a bunch of bindings, and we'll probably need 1 more of these. I'm guessing. I don't remember exactly what we needed. Okay. So let's come over to our tool station. And now that we know that we're going to... Oh no. Oh no, we can't make them. We probably have to have a tool forge to make those. And to make the tool forge, we have to have all this other stuff. We need, blocks of iron and more seared bricks. Okay, so maybe if we had, you know what, we'll just go ahead and make another episode out of that. Lesson 1, just use your iron tool until we got lots of iron and some seared bricks and can take care of business. Lesson 2 is going to be, let's make a tool forge, and then let's make some cool nifty tools out of stone until we can start making them out of even better materials with iron, because we get a whole smeltery going on. That sounds like a good plan. I'm sticking with my original declaration. Just use iron tools until you got enough iron that we can make some seared bricks and everything else like that, which we will do in the next episode. So take care of yourselves, and thank you for watching once again. Bye-bye.